Hi, Brian back with Sustainable Industries and TriplePundit, sitting here with Chris Miller, the Director of Corporate Consciousness for 7th Generation at South by Southwest Interactive in Austin. Chris, how's it been going? How's the event for you?
It's been a great event. Some great panels. It's great art and culture. It's a great city. I've had a really nice time.
Highlights?
You know, I am, as someone who focuses on sustainability and spent a lot of my time on sustainability reporting, I've been interested in panels focusing on sort of open sourcing data, how app developers, both on the private sector side and also using public sector data, are working on this idea of sort of open sourcing more data.
Mm-hmm. And how does that tie into your work at 7th Generation?
I've been thinking about how do we move beyond the traditional sustainability report and really provide the kinds of data that those who seek it from corporations look for. So, for example, we spend a lot of time, energy, and effort crunching a bunch of data to develop 12 charts and graphs that are part of our sustainability report. What if instead we just released raw data that allowed students, app developers, whoever, to use that data to rate companies, rate products, compare one industry to another, really put the data in the hands of those who can use it.
And you were involved in a panel here yesterday and brought up some really interesting points around CSR reporting and your sustainability initiatives. What's new at 7th Generation?
Well, there's a lot new. The company is growing fairly substantially. We're moving from a business that's been focused primarily in the natural channel, Whole Foods markets, natural food retailers, and more conventional shopping channels, grocery stores, Walmart, Target, etc. And there are, challenges as you grow. How do you continue to attempt to drive sustainability as you grow the company? We have, for example, a new sustainability goal focused on plastics waste that has us focused on sending no plastic to the landfill by the end of the decade, by 2020. We currently pump out about 10 million pounds of plastic a year in our packaging and baby diapers. So, a real challenge. How do you think about doubling the size of the company over the next 5 years while actually reducing the amount of stuff we're pumping out into the world?
That's ambitious.
It's ambitious.
And you mentioned yesterday, too, the challenges of really understanding what consumers want in terms of these, innovations in sustainability, and you use the example of concentrated detergent. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us a little bit about what that's about?
Well, so if you assume that about half of this 10 million pounds of plastic we pump out every year is in our plastic packaging, if we could move from the current standard in laundry detergent 2x to 4x or even to 8x, we could instantly reduce our plastics footprint by 25% or more, right?
Will consumers add water?
Well, the conventional wisdom is consumers won't get it. That on the laundry detergent side, if the standard is 2x and you put an 8x bottle, so the bottle is a quarter the size for the same price, consumers will not understand that these things are equivalent. Well, on the spray cleaner side also, 98% of the spray cleaner is water. The consumer could add water at home to greatly reduce the amount of packaging required, the amount of transportation and logistics that's provided over a concentrated spray cleaner. Again, conventional wisdom is consumers won't get it. I tend to believe that, we can engage consumers to understand why taking these kinds of steps are important. And that, a company like 7th Generation has a responsibility to certainly drive consumer education. And I think what we talked about yesterday is, do the kinds of tools, do the new media, social media tools, give us a new way to engage consumers around this kind of stuff. And I think the answer is yes.
Okay. And interestingly, you said yesterday, too, that you believe that social media and technology is neither good nor bad inherently. Can you say what you meant by that?
I think, like so many of these tools, they are both a blessing and a curse, right? I mean, I love my iPhone. It packs more technology in my hands than was in a mainframe computer 2 decades ago, right? And it allows me to do things that I could never have done before. Using Good Guide, I can scan a barcode and I can get an environmental health score on just about any product in the market. On the other hand, my email pings me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's hard to disconnect. So, I think these tools allow us the potential to engage a broad set of stakeholders from, consumers, NGOs, and others around our brand, around sustainability, around the products and around our brand. On the other hand, it takes a whole lot of time, energy, and effort to manage these dialogues. I think how we leverage these tools, will define whether they're good or bad.
What does it mean in an era of increased transparency and opening of data, as you're talking about, to be flawsome?
I love this idea of flawsome, that inherent in building an authentic and real brand is the idea that you talk about and you reveal not only the good things and pat yourself on the back, but you really take pride in showing where you're falling short, in being radically transparent about where you're doing good and where you're not doing so good. And I think, if you look at our company and our brand and our founder, Jeffrey Hollander, I think we have 2 decades of him telling it like it is. I mean, he loved to talk about where we were falling short. And I think that's part of what, at a time when Americans, consumers, citizens have increasingly less and less trust in government and in corporations, I think there's a lot of room for brands to, build levels of trust and authenticity with consumers by being flawsome, by showing not just the good but the bad also and the challenges.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Enjoy the rest of the event.
Thank you.